Well, hey everyone, I'm Meg.
I am the great magician. Timothy dances a lot.
We are gonna watch the Prestige Christopher Nolan film.
It's probably my favorite movie outside of the Lord of the Rings.
And this is a tier 4 patron pick from Light Yagami.
Thanks, Light Yagami. I've been trying to push this movie for a long time, so I appreciate you just being like, hey, watch this.
Yeah, and putting it to the front of our list. I really appreciate that. I have no idea really what I'm getting into, except Caleb loves it. It's about magicians, supposedly. And also, it's Christopher Nolan, and it has Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, and Scarlett Johansson.
And some other actors that are so good at acting.
And it's set in Victorian London, which is like the theme of October 2023 for me. We just watched Gotham. Well, I just watched Gotham by Gaslight. I loved it. It was one of my favorite DC animated movies, which isn't very common.
Her hyperfixation on Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Stripper.
Yeah. And for anyone that's like, hey, I hate when people pretend they've watched a movie before. Hey, I have watched this movie like 20 times.
Wait, now they're changing their tune?
It's one of my favorite movies.
Wait, are they changing their tune about... Because they used to say that we had seen it and we were pretending. Now they're saying that you're pretending.
No, they're saying the same thing.
Oh, okay.
They're pretending that we haven't seen it before. I have seen this movie like 20 times. I know every little detail of it. She has never seen it.
So I think it's pretty obvious.
She has never seen it. So she's just smart, okay? Okay? I'm sorry that you didn't figure it out before she did.
What did I figure out that they were sus about?
Interstellar. You figured some stuff out. You were like,
what
I was
if that really wrong?
No, you were wrong about some stuff, but then you were
what if
really
it's from
right
the future?
About you guessed that pretty early on. Like, you're really good at guessing things. You're just good at figuring stuff out.
Well, then sometimes I'm so incorrect. The top comment on Shang-Chi, have you seen it? Was like, it was hard, but so worth it to watch you guys go through the emotional journey of, like, you know, not really understanding the dad.
Yeah.
And he was explaining that it was like a Chinese tragedy and stuff. And I was like, thank you so much for being patient, because it is worth it to be wrong.
Yeah.
And to like have that payoff at the end. And I'm glad that you enjoyed it. But they admitted like it was difficult at first. And I feel like there are things I'm very wrong about.
Oh yeah. And we're all prone to like prejudgment, to early judgment of characters, and it's just it's great to have your thoughts evolve. And I'm excited to see this movie because I haven't watched it in like 10 years, even though I've watched it so many times.
How many times do you think you've seen it?
Probably, at least 10.
Oh, that's cute.
10.
Did you watch it in theaters or just DVD?
Just DVD, because I just heard it was really good, and then I bought it at Walmart, and I just kept watching it over and over. It was a movie that I would like fall asleep to a lot. And I watched it a lot in college. It's my favorite movie outside of Lord of the Rings. I love it.
What about Planet of the Apes?
Even more than Planet of the Apes.
What's your favorite Planet of the Apes?
Probably the second one.
Okay. And isn't that your favorite Lord of the Rings?
No. Wait. No, my favorite Lord of the Rings is Fellowship now.
Oh.
It used to be Return of the King because it had the coolest action sequences.
This is sad.
But now Fellowship is my favorite because we at least get to see a little bit of like Happy Shire, Happy Frodo, Happy Sam.
I agree, and it has a lot of the good.
And the Fellowship is together.
Lions, yeah.
But anyway, I'm excited to see this as a now 31-year-old person.
Yeah.
With new perspective.
For sure. And also, I will say, like, this is kind of my job, so I'm constantly consuming media, like video games and movies and shows. So just don't feel too bad if I not talking to you, if I get some things and you didn't get it your first time. You don't have to lash out and project at me. It's just something I'm doing all the time, and sometimes I'm really wrong, and it's actually hilarious how wrong we are about stuff.
But if you're gonna be rude about it, feel bad.
I don't think I see any of those. I don't give a shit. Anyways, I'm so excited. Thank you, Light, again.
You are such a light.
Whoa!
Every magic trick consists of 3 parts, or acts. The first part is called the pledge. He shows you this object. Perhaps he asks you to inspect it.
Where did you think you're going? Part of the bloody axe, you fool!
The second act is called the turn, Barry. Now, you're looking for the secret, but you won't find it. You're not really looking. You don't really want to know. You want to be fooled. Because making something disappear isn't enough. You have to bring it back. That's why every magic trick has a third act, the part we call the prestige.
The prestige. And did Robert Angier, the great Danton, your employer...
It was Borden.
Oh.
Watching Mr. Angier drown. I'm an ingenieur. I design illusions and construct the apparatus necessary for performance. Borden must have placed it under the trapdoor.
How large was this tank?
Oh, it's a normal tank for escape underwater, about 400 or 500 gallons.
How do you think Mr. Borden was able to move the tank?
He's a magician. Ask him.
I ask again that this man...
Love how court worked.
I know, I would love to be able to laugh, yeah.
How then can we know that the tank wasn't simply some part of the trick that went wrong?
Yeah. This is all part of the trick. His movies look so good.
They do.
They're crisp. I love his like pouty. It's almost childish, like.
A transported man.
Well, I won't forgive myself for selling my greatest trick.
That's his voice. Oh my god.
If the newspapers are right and you are for the drop, your daughter is going to need looking after.
Fallon will take care of her.
But no, the girl will be an orphan.
Oh no.
I know you're no strangers to the workhouse.
Yeah.
As Lord Cordlow's ward, she will want for nothing.
Oh, I'm sad.
As a show of good faith, so that might be of interest, is Robert Angier's diary, including the time he spent in Colorado
Sassy.
learning your trick.
You never learn my trick. You go dig him up and ask him yourself.
I want your secret, Mr. Borden.
Using a child as a pawn is messed up. I
Yeah.
don't know what is going on with this man, but I know like threatening to just have her as an orphan or, you know,
As
gross.
over a magic trick.
Yeah, I know it's money involved, but still. I hope it's all a trick. That'd be so cool.
And to know his mind.
This was my dream job as a kid. Like this, a magician, writing code.
Deciphering.
Yeah,
code,
yeah.
Traveling on trains.
Yeah.
Going to Colorado Springs.
He's so beautiful. He is. He's just a beautiful man.
Yeah. Chiseled jaw.
He's got like kind of feminine facial features, like his mouth and like his eyes are very delicate. I just love him. Christian Bale's American accent is crazy. I don't even know what his real accent is because he's like half British, half American, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like really confusing. See, I would love driving if it was a horse and carriage and I could like choose the color of my carriage.
And talk to the horse.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking to your car just doesn't have the
No,
same
it doesn't.
feeling.
Hey, he told you.
Ah!
Well, it's funny because he was electrocuted at the beginning. That was his magic act.
Look who it is.
Andy!
You're the great Anton. I saw your show in London. 7 times you guessed every object the audience had in their pockets.
I've come to see Tesla.
Why?
He made a machine for a colleague of mine some time ago.
Impossible, I'm afraid.
I brought a lot of money.
I'm sorry, Mr. Angie.
Oh. I wonder if this is what he used for his experiment. whatever
Hey,
he's
what
working
am I
on.
holding?
Your watch. Describes a show at the Orpheum Theatre.
They're reading each other's journals.
Two young men who never intended to hurt anyone.
Which of you?
Oh, okay. Goobers. Well, I mean, they probably know her because, right? They're pretending to be guests.
That has to hurt to be. Like,
Actually, looks like a
dangled
great
like that.
stretch for my my shoulders. I would love to be dangled.
Yeah.
Just like 15 minutes, you know, just
Yeah.
a really good stretch. Is she? What was the trick? She's out of there.
Yeah.
Couldn't she have just used her arm
He's
strength to get out?
complacent, he's predictable,
what?
he's boring. I mean, Milton has got
Yeah.
him success, whatever that means, and now
Wait.
he's scared. He won't.
You put the fucking curtain down. I'm this guy.
Please.
Amateur hour.
But the point is that a real
is so
magician
me.
tries to invent something new.
Yeah, seriously.
No one else could do my trick.
Any trick can be duplicated, right, Mr. Cutter?
Wrong.
I saw you drop the knot again.
I think I turned my wrist.
Some nights, you just don't get it, do you? I mean, if that knot slips and Julia's on the hoist, she'll break the leg.
I can slip a langford underwater.
She can slip it
Oh.
in practice.
Hey.
I would just love to watch her. Like, you don't need to do the
Yeah, well,
curtain.
you know knots better than me, do you?
Listen,
I think I know knots
Better than you do, genius.
I think I know more about American Ghosts than you do, genius.
any American ghost daddy.
Well, I don't trust him.
he's a natural magician. Of course you can't trust him. Watch your sight lines. If I can see you kissing your wife's leg every night, so can the blokes.
That's cute. They're married. I like that she's used as like a prop. She's showcased as a prop, but she actually is doing tricks.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm like, I'd rather watch her untie herself and stuff. That's the bird. You know, they're showing this beautiful woman.
Yeah.
So they don't want to admit that she knows as much as they do and that she's a magician too.
This is the trick. This is the performance. Right here. This is why no one can detect his method.
He is so me for real. One time I watched a homeless person like be on their knees and then stand up and use their legs as they transfer chains. And I was like, am I the only one who fucking saw that? That's cool.
Pretend to be a cripple for you.
Anytime he's in public, anytime he goes out.
I love that.
Important, saw it at once. But
The great Danton.
She thought of it.
But it's sophisticated.
it's French.
What does he know of self-sacrifice?
She did. From a trick? Hopefully not. Enough with that.
Yeah.
Stop with the covering. You can do better than that.
He killed it.
Me for real. That is so me. Yeah, you'll have to show the bird again. It's an imagine.
He's all right. He's fine.
Oh.
Where's his brother?
He knew.
He's a sharp.
Yeah.
Oh.
He killed it. Yeah, fuck you, dude. But he's an assistant, right?
Yeah.
Are you watching closely?
See, no freaking actually squishing a bird.
Yeah.
They'll beg you and they'll flatter you for the secret, but as soon as you give it up, you'll be nothing to them. You understand? Nothing. The secret impresses no one. The trick you use it for is everything.
He's the best guy around. What about all the people he murdered? What murder? He didn't do anything wrong ever. He's a good man. You should make a little blonde baby.
You think is that enough to keep me out?
So I'll see you again.
Oh, so flirty. Cute.
Oh, this is boyish haircut too. Like it's just
Not
sugar.
That is amazing. How did you do that? I also like that he's taken an interest in a woman who, like, obviously is of a lowly station, and I know I shouldn't like give credit for that, but she would have been considered an old maid and have no value in that time. So it is sweet that he just cute with her and respectful and stuff.
This was built by a wizard, a man who can actually do what magicians pretend to do.
Even without an audience?
There was an audience.
He watched.
You see, this water tank was of particular significance to these two men.
What happened with the wife? I love that the 4 of them on that team don't have posh English accents like the rest of them. All of them are just, they have...
They're people.
Yeah, exactly. They set it up. What if someone comes back to the show? And it's the same volunteers.
I know. I guess they didn't think that one through.
Or are they traveling?
Maybe. Or it's like one ticket per person.
Your girl's about to drown. Is he gonna hit her? Be careful.
No.
I couldn't have drowned that fast. CPR. Expel the water. Should drown that fast? I guess.
I think it was like...
It was fast.
2 or 3 minutes, because it was a minute that the curtain was...
He did not time that well then.
No.
Oh my god.
You need a stronger axe. I wonder when CPR was discovered.
He told me he went overboard, tangled in the sails. He said it was like going home.
Are any of you sailors? That was part of the act.
Would you like to do tie?
I keep asking myself that. I'm sorry, I just don't know.
Well, whatever it was, she consented to it because she looked at him and went, like she wanted to try it.
No!
Ay. Do not tell me this is all some show.
I don't think we've had the pleasure.
Mr. Family's mind, you know.
Where did you get all of...
Begged, borrowed, and don't ask. He's a very enterprising soul, is Mr. Fallon. So,
We can't afford to pay
the
it.
money will come.
You're already going to be doing that with someone else.
No, you're...
Having...
A girl, a little blonde girl.
We should have told Fallon. That is great, we're having a baby.
Oh, very sweet. What murder? Wait, she's dead. She's gone. She's at least gone because that girl would be orphaned. Didn't even think that.
Go on, shoot me.
No, I can't.
No, not there. Oh!
Oh, nice.
Well, tell me how you do it.
Oh. It's very scientific. Like, there's a lot of elements that go into it. Performance.
Once you know, it's actually very obvious.
I love you very much.
Well, some days it's not true, and today you don't mean it. Maybe today you're more in love with magic than me.
Oh.
All right.
All right. I'm not gonna fight her on this.
All right.
Their types of magic are very different too, and so he took the name that she gave him, even after she died. Danton. Was he a real magician or not?
I don't think so.
Cool. See, you can make a great story and not have to do The Greatest Showman and do P.T. Barnum. Like, you can just make up a new one. No. Who threw that?
What murder?
What you came for, is it?
His charisma is undeniable.
The thing is, they love to heckle too. Like this is fun for them. Is it his friend? Is it Anju? I knew it.
Which knot did you tie, Borden?
I don't know. I'm convinced that I tied the leg for double. I can never know for sure.
How can he not know?
Valjean.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Sarah, that bloody hurts.
I don't understand.
Yeah, rah.
Oh! It's the baddest day it happened. You have to get a doctor back.
We can't.
Heard about a booking. Nice little theatre. Young, up-and-coming magician.
Who?
You.
You got me? Booking? Why?
I want to keep on working.
That's sweet.
I don't want to kill doves.
Then stay off
Thank
the stage.
you. I think you should be working with Borden.
Yeah.
Point in meeting Mr. Angier if you don't fit.
Ooh, steampunky.
Yeah, I was
love
about
it.
to say the same thing.
He won't even look at her. He's so traumatized. No.
Pretty assistant is the most effective form of misdirection.
That's what I said. She's seen this movie before. That's their voices.
Knowing Hugh, he probably, I mean, we don't know Hugh, but knowing how he works, I'm sure he spent so much time like finessing everything, even just
His
presenting
show, yeah,
that
he's
dove.
such a performer.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's bloody marvelous, Cutter.
It's like a hidden blade. Alive!
Yay!
I just had to know that you can.
Very nice.
I think he's going to do something really bad. Do you want
Look
this?
at that poster.
I like that poster.
Yes.
I swear if the frickin' dove dies. What? I think it is.
They're all like,
Seen this one
"No."
before?
His accent is like more American when he performs,
or any other audience.
which is interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's more in between when he's just talking.
Should have spotted him.
Got a lot of plates going.
Well, don't suppose they'll let us do this again?
No.
Not butcher birds and break my customers' fingers. Clear out.
Oh, they heard her.
Yeah.
Who can turn into a wizard first?
You're a wizard. Hugh.
Angier.
It's a rotating transposition that shifts every day of the diary. It's simple, but time-consuming to translate, even when you have the 5-letter keyword.
So it is the electricity thing.
You have a circle of trust with someone whose diary you stole?
Maybe I bought it.
Yeah, maybe.
Finish your drink. I want to show you something.
He's so good at playing like a little bit of a villain or a full villain.
Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can either be like a lovable oddball or like really scary.
I'm so mad he doesn't have many awards.
I know.
It's when the townspeople are asleep. Mr. Tesla doesn't want to scare anyone.
Everyone went to bed at the same time? Wait, what? Lights out, everyone. Okay, good night. God, I need me a hat like that.
I love the fashion of this time.
I know, right? He's just so much, and from the beginning, he's been so much more posh. Like, I don't know if it's privilege or like poise. It's two different sides of magic for him and Borden.
Like toward the beginning, that like Borden is the more like natural magician.
So it's like
and he's the showman.
Sorcerer versus wizard in D&D. That's cute. Like he had an innate ability and he studies.
But he's not very charismatic. Like Borden's
Yeah,
not very
yeah. I
charismatic.
mean, he just pulled a gun on his audience for killing him.
And he's the
showman.
The showman, the greatest snowman.
Part of Thomas Edison's smear campaign against Mr. Tesla's superior calculating.
Oh. And there's just a recklessness with him. Like, he doesn't care about getting hurt. Wow, so stealthy. Such stealth. They're wearing the same color. I thought they were going to be besties on a team. I didn't think they were going to be rivals.
Trying to look more suspicious.
Oh.
Have you had a nice day with
Sweet.
Sarah? I love you.
See, today it's true.
Yeah, I was going to say that's very true.
I saw happiness.
It's what he couldn't have.
The family life that he craves. One minute he rails against the next, demanding freedom. His mind is a divided one. His soul is restless.
Please, can she grow up to be like Zatanna from Batman? Like the best magician ever?
Yeah.
You guys should just raise her together.
Oh, you keep talking.
Wait, did he want to take his... No, he's dead.
Just for the best.
Yeah, I mean, he's being a good dad. Like, she cannot be in the workforce. London was fucked up. I mean, we haven't even come that far.
And then I'll be gone.
I could be part of the trick.
How do you get so famous then, eh?
God, these police are so police. Yes, I knew it. Yes, I knew it. What murder? I don't know. I like him more, I think, for the chaos of it all. And he's clearly like a good dad and like a good husband. And so I can forgive a lot, even Dove murdering.
Right.
What
murder?
Yeah. I just relate to him more personally. I'm not saying it's correct. Like, look at his outfits. This is all intentional. Like,
I want a
he's so
tool belt like that.
poised and
The freaking
prosperous.
coat.
I know, the fur and shit.
It is perfect hair.
And he won't admit that his wife wanted the harder knot.
Yeah.
And like, still there's culpability, but she consented.
So,
Is that Tesla?
this is the great Danton.
Mm-hmm.
What's conducting the electricity?
Our bodies, Mr. Angier.
Did he have heterochromia, or am I just seeing lighting weird? Oh, give me those sandwiches. It looks like heterochromia.
It does kind of.
Please, I want those.
Do you know who that is?
Tea time. Yes. No.
It's David Bowie.
Oh, David Bowie?
Bowie, yeah.
Mr. Angier, have you considered the cost of such a machine?
Price is not an object.
Why?
Perhaps not, but have you considered the cost?
Oh, but it just feels like his is motivated by not revenge, but competition with Borden. Like, I still don't see a genuine, real curiosity or wanting to the success. Like,
And he doesn't
he
seem
seemed like
to
he was
need-
having fun with his wife, and he didn't care to escalate the trick and make it even crazier.
He just wants to be better.
Yeah.
Or seen as better.
Yeah.
You've been sleeping here?
Carter said it would be all right to get another booking. What are you doing?
That's sad.
Living his life just as he always intended, as if nothing had happened. And look at me. Right? I'm alone, and no theater will touch me.
Us.
Freaking rings. He's just like, ah.
That's me warming up my stream with just chatting. Why did she incur? He's just alone. He's not relying on a fancy girl assistant. Like,
He's not clumsy. He's just like
He's
very
just-
flippant
yeah.
with his movements. There's no flamboyance to it. Really.
oh, cute. He's gonna come out in the other way.
A double. No. It's too simple. This is a
They
complex
can't figure it
illusion.
out.
You only say that. Wait. I've seen him perform the trick 3 times now, Mr. Carter. The Prestige is the same man.
No, it's not. Yeah, well, we can use it as a climax of the show.
Yes.
You're stealing his trick?
I'm gonna steal his trick.
He literally answered you.
Fuck you, dude.
How Borden does the trick. So
No.
either wait for him to retire and buy the secret, or you listen to how I would do it. And the only way that I know how to do it is to find you a bloody good double.
Take a good look.
You little villain. Oh my god. He's so sweet.
It's for you.
What's this for?
House? New house? Oh, what murder! Yes! And he's probably just gonna end up with her, who is like a carbon copy for him of his ex. His widow. Or no, sorry, his dead wife.
A pleasure. Pleasure.
What the hell?
Yes? Are you laughing now?
Okay, very different person.
He's out of his mind.
He's an out-of-work actor.
How did you find him, dude? He's scarily powerful, John. Like, he just watches in the shadows. The fact that he found that man.
I know.
Just think of a new trick, dude.
Come on.
I shouldn't be picking sides, but I am. My dads are divorced. I have to pick a side.
Borden's trick is getting noticed.
But you know, his stage was so small and he didn't have all the frills.
Yeah.
And the team behind him. Are you drunk? He's so good at acting. I love when he plays something other than a leading man, like a character. Perfect.
I played Faust.
Oh, he's like a drunk retired actor, rejected actor.
I find it amusing.
Was that him in the tub, in the water tank? Like, was it the double in the water tank? You'll see. Like, what if they make amends and
the new you asshole.
So people were trying to buy this trick though when he was in.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's not what he did because he did not have a double.
Right.
That's what you get, motherfucker. That's what you get.
Oh my god.
let him do it. Oh.
The ego on this one.
One of my dads is very egotistical.
One of your dads?
Yes, they're my dads. That's my grandpa.
Nice.
And that is not my mom. That's my stepmom, and I don't even accept her as that.
Maybe we could switch before the trick. That way I can be the prestige and Root ends up below stage.
No, the anticipation of
Just
the trick
because he
is everything.
wants.
He wants
the
the applause.
The great Danton.
Could walk in here at any minute.
Hey!
Congratulations, all.
Oh my god, Grandpa. Grandpa. Distracted kisses.
I need you to go and work for him.
Oh.
Work for him? Are you joking?
We got people excited by Cutter's version of the trick, but imagine what we could do.
Bro, I don't even know if he's thinking about him that much at this point. Maybe he does see them as even at this point. Girl, you didn't know you were being used. Good girl. Oh, bleh.
Where's the money coming from?
I know. I guess the axe and Michael Caine. Sorry, John.
Sorry, Alfred. Dark Alfred.
Grandpa.
It's Dark Alfred.
What is it?
Good. Next week, next week it'll be fine.
Tesla.
See, look at him. I can't help that he's so fucking charming. I can't help it. Don't you think you'd be best buds with Christian Bale? Like, I just want to like drink with him.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I do.
I am here because he sent me here.
Okay.
He wants me to come and work for you and steal your secret.
Okay.
Overweight, and unless I'm mistaken, very drunk. It's astonishing. How's he do? Does he enjoy taking his bows under the stage?
Oh!
He's obsessed with discovering your methods. He thinks of nothing else. He takes no pleasure in our success, and I've had enough. There is no future with him.
Good for her. I mean, I think she's playing both sides.
Is it?
Do not be a home wrecker.
We have a problem. Cutter? Borden's performing right across the street.
Yes,
The
King.
original transported man.
That would be me. I'd be so petty. I hate when people copy me.
Well, how much does he want?
Well, it makes no difference. You've got to stop doing the trick.
Yeah, he doesn't want money.
My point is, Robert, is you climb too high to get away with professional embarrassment. We don't do any tricks we can't control.
Listen to him. He's like the conscience. Because he's known both of them since they were young. It's
Right.
crazy.
And he's understood them.
Yeah.
Each of them.
And like he just was like, nope, it's not about money.
Oh. Rather welcome, find a veil.
A fellow practitioner.
Very good.
Get up there.
Not claiming to know your methods.
That's naughty, Borden. Oh, Hugh. Oh, Hugh, I love you. He's so mad. Did they get nominated?
I don't
They
remember.
probably got nominated this movie for something.
It's so good.
So funny. His mouth.
What you're about to see is considered
He's
safe.
gonna pop up. He's gonna pop up. I would do some petty shit like that. Not make him break his leg, but I would. That's funny though. That's really funny. That's funny.
The great Danton.
Well,
I apologize for my stage at the Pantages across the street.
that is so naughty.
Well, he was like, "You're
Oh
gonna
my
come
God.
steal my drink."
Yeah.
I was careful.
Yeah, well, he did.
You shot 2 of his fingers off.
Well, it takes a bit for me to get around these days. He's taken everything from me. My wife, my career.
Your wife chose to. Unless I
Secret
misunderstood.
not to improve his act.
That's my job.
But to fall in love with him.
I did everything you asked.
Yes?
No, he has a wife.
He lives his act, don't you see?
You stole it.
She's just trying to prove herself. Oh, so that's what he was reading. That's what I didn't understand.
Olivia, all of his secrets are right here in my hands.
I think he was writing it for you. He probably has 2 diaries.
He lives his act.
Yeah, you just said it, dude. I feel bad for her. I just feel like she's just really trying to prove herself and get validation. And like she's looking to both of them for it.
I'll go to his workshop and stage a break-in.
No, you took it.
Yes, me. Not you.
And I understand to him, he cannot accept that his wife partook, and for him to just assume that she's sleeping with him is just really sexist and stuff. I know it's a time, bada.
Notebook.
He's somebody that is always looking for someone to blame other than himself.
Yeah, and I mean it's a huge tragedy. Obviously, he loved the hell out of her. It just bothers me that he won't accept too that his wife was like down for it. She was like, "Yeah, I can do that. I can do that." And maybe he did tie a weird knot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that outfit.
And he's not wearing gloves anymore.
Oh, I love his little hand.
Let him come. I don't care.
Let him come. I don't care.
He's really trying to. I'm a spy. I'm a spy.
I'm a spy. I'm a spy. I'm a spy. I'm a spy.
And he's like very similar to his the leg. I don't understand who this is either. Is that Michael Caine in disguise? That'd be hilarious. Did I just solve it? Did I just solve it? Did I solve it? Is that Michael Caine in disguise?
You'll see. I don't know.
Oh my god, I'm so good. That is oh wait, maybe not. Okay, that'd be hilarious if it wasn't. Who is it? Oh, is it Tesla in disguise?
Oh my god.
I'm just throwing things out. But I've seen that guy in the audience and stuff, and like that's why I feel like that one guy with the round glasses is more important than we
bodyguard.
think. Okay.
Oh my god,
That's
you
so
guys are so freaking desperate.
rude.
Jeez.
You're finally getting your hands dirty.
He's been getting his hands dirty. Did they actually kill the bodyguard, or is he...
I want the whole method, not the keyword.
The key word is the method.
Did you bury him?
Alive! Stop asking your dick.
I didn't expect him to turn so villainous.
Fallon!
How's the arm?
But why is he sinking to that shit?
Did you find your answer?
Our answer.
I guess because he sees him as murdering his wife, so he...
Maybe he was just confident that his bodyguard wouldn't die from it. I'm just thinking from his point of view, because he's been the conscience. Mm.
I can't follow you any further in it. I can't.
Okay.
Hello, darling.
Uh-oh.
Champagne, your finest.
Sarah, don't talk to me like that. You're not a bloody child.
Perhaps it would be better.
Perhaps
The
Mr.
voice
Fallon
being
and Mrs.
gone
Scott went
is
to come home. My husband's
a nice
bringing
touch because he was screaming for Fallon.
Good night, Mrs. Borden. Good night, Freddie.
Oh, I mean, she has some integrity with his wife. You can tell she feels bad.
I had a terrible ordeal today.
It was today.
I thought that something very precious had been lost.
Fallon or the trick?
I see, more secrets.
Sarah, secrets are my life.
He's been good with sharing with her.
Yeah.
Up until... I can't tell if he's, like, if he thought that, like, if the Tesla thing is a misdirection and not real, or...
I thought I had the place to myself.
If he was really concerned about Fallon. I think he was, because he was screaming for him. I do think he cares about his people.
Hide this. I had to look very closely to spot it when you were performing the transported man, but this makes you unique.
Aww.
I'm sure it takes great skill to perform illusions with one good hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I think she's telling the truth. I think we cannot trust her. But I love her. I need her. To open myself
As a friend?
to such a relationship.
Yeah, that looks like friend. That looks like they're best friends.
Fuck!
Best friends are known to make out and twirl their rings.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
That mud.
I know, that's worse to me. He's so shooketh.
Olivia proves her love for me to you, Angier. Yes, Angier.
I knew it.
Not to my trick. Do you really think I'd part with my secret so easily? After
Yeah,
saying-
I think he meant his trick. His love as his tricks. Magic. Why did you think he would give that to you? You know he's in
This is
love
the
with
first
magic.
time we've seen him cry.
You know that he loves magic the most.
It is true that you are our last remaining financier, but we have not stolen your money. You need to try different material. It may
Oh, because it
provoke
charges.
a different result.
Oh. Not Andy's kitty cat. You would never. I would fucking burn the place down if you tried to put Yuna or Boomy.
Yeah.
You can't look. Just a good kitty.
Good kitty, good kitty.
Why are you smiling? Why? Just because it's the opening shot?
So the machine was working.
Did you see what What's happening?
He's duplicating? It's duplicating things?
That's why there were 2 cats.
How is it duplicating?
To the zoo, we shall. So, Daddy will go run his errands.
You're an adulterer.
Each of us have our vices.
Yeah, seriously.
I will always love you.
You mean it today?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think he loves her. Like, I think he's doing it to, like, fuck with him. I really don't think he loves her. Part of me wishes it's not true that he just wrote it and that it's confusing me.
The little
but...
lady wants to go to the zoo, so I thought you could take her.
No, that's bad, Dad.
What is it, Freddie?
Don't call me that. No, this sometimes it seems wrong.
I've told you before. When
Sometimes.
you're with me, you're with me. Leave your family at home where they belong.
Girl. Okay, now I'm like, how many doubles are running? Oh, shit! Who? Did he do that? Did Borden do that?
I think Edison's men did it.
More box.
The box.
Is that the machine? Oh, maybe they burned the thing down themselves. So he has the only thing. The only magic. I love how Nolan... It's like magical realism because you don't expect actual magic to come into play.
I must leave you, Borden. Yes, you, Borden. Sitting there in your cell, reading my diary.
Nice.
Olivia means nothing.
Olivia!
I need an assistant. I can't not have an assistant.
I'll tell her I know what
You tell her what?
I know what you really are, Alfred.
Like this.
Oh, it looks like him, like a version of him. Like he already found the duplicator. Because why am I never seeing him? Like I'm never seeing his face. She's so pretty.
I want you to be honest with me.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a really crazy trick if he duplicated himself before what's his face and was like digging himself up, and then Fallon, because he's Fallon, like the wigs and stuff, the disguise. No. Done fucked it.
Yep, Borden.
You are a murderer.
That murder.
Yeah.
That murder.
Didn't Fallon have the daughter in the trial?
Mm-hmm.
Why are they all
I'm
blind?
looking for an old friend.
I heard about a booking.
Blind stagehands, I like it.
Why?
So they can't see what's going
The
on.
tricks?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Abandoned theaters are so cool and so creepy.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
How many of there are? How many of them are there? Is Fallon Borden duplicated?
I never loved Sarah. I never loved her.
You married her.
No, Olivia, I love you. That's the truth.
It's like he split himself.
You could be in some other restaurant with some other woman right now, talking about me that way.
Yep, it's true. He's like doing magic tricks with women.
You should go to him. You two deserve each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's like a rivalmance, like a love story. It's
They're in
so
love, truly.
crazy.
I love all of her hats.
Yeah.
Too. Those are.
A magician wears many hats. It was funny because I was like, why is he walking with a cane? And I was gonna ask that at the beginning before we learned why.
It's all timelines all over the place.
Let's begin.
He's very different. It's like he has a confidence and self-assuredness.
He's probably also finding
The world,
solace in
ladies and
how much
gentlemen,
Borden has suffered.
is on the brink of new and terrifying possibilities.
It's like somber. It's creepy. He's getting into his David Blaine era. David Blaine was also very he's very somber.
Yes,
He's not
yeah.
charismatic. He's very serious. Whoa!
Man's reach exceeds his imagination.
Bravo!
In England.
He's losing
Why?
it.
50 yards in a second. In a second! And all that we know is he uses a trapdoor. Ah, brilliant.
I'm like, it would be cool if it actually worked, but there's also a chance that the movie is playing a trick on us and it's not a duplicator, like it's not real. Like, that's always in my mind. But
Hard
it's
to
not.
trust.
Yeah, trust the movie because it's a magic trick movie.
And movies are written in 3 acts.
I don't want you backstage on this one.
He said, I'm part of the act, I'm part of the act. Remember that?
I'm part of the bloody act, you fool!
But why does he go into water? Oh, maybe he's drowning every single duplicator? Like, why?
Where's the bloody key? Where's the bloody key?
Did he know that? Oh my god, I can't even keep up. This is crazy. Oh.
What have you done?
So he didn't know it was a trick because he couldn't go backstage. But okay, the courts then were nonsensical. But like, how would he have moved the water? I mean, they brought
Right.
that all up.
Magicians.
Yeah.
It's convenient. Like, you don't have to explain it because they're magicians.
You think I could talk to Lord Cordlow in person?
Out of the question.
Yeah, who was Lord Cordlow?
Lord Coldlow, with a little girl.
Oh my god, if it's Hugh Jackman, if it's Anjay with his daughter, I'm gonna be so mad.
You must be Lord Cowdlow.
Cordlow. Yes, I always have been. All I wanted to do was prove that I was a better magician.
But I think he's a step ahead of you. I really do. But you still want his tricks? Like,
But whatever your secret was, you have to agree, mine is better.
you just wanted to best him. But I really think he figured it out before you.
I'm gonna take you home soon. I promise.
For God's sake.
I promise. Look,
Oh,
I love you.
he means it. I just don't understand if the duplicates are real, if they have the full awareness as...
You want me to kill? You die bastard! Listen to me!
Because it seems like Fallon is like the more knowledgeable one, and he's saying, but it could have been he just split part of his consciousness. I think he'll take care of her.
There's a gentleman waiting.
See if it's okay. That would be funny. I just don't think he's gonna win at all, and we still have some movie left.
Dear God.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Everyone's a duplicate. That child is a duplicate.
This is actually
The wife
Matrix.
that killed herself is actually that was a duplicate.
She needs a father.
Mhm.
You're letting him hang, and I helped you. I came here to beg Lord Cordlow to let me destroy that machine.
Oh. You see the film? It looks like his eyes.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry for a lot of things. I'm sorry about Sarah.
didn't mean to hurt her. I didn't.
Literally, if he's talking to himself, I can't.
Live your life in full now, right?
No.
You live for both of us.
It looks like him. He's talking to himself. I'm so sorry. It looks like him. Oh. It's just like, it looks like his eyes and his mouth, like...
Are you watching closely?
I once told you about a sailor who described drowning to me.
As he said it was like going home.
I was lying. He said it was agony.
Are you gonna kill him? That would be funny. It's just like, I have an inkling of how it's gonna go, but I don't know how it's gonna happen, all of this, and I'm so excited. Okay, so he was in on it. He knew.
Who cares about the man in the box?
Yeah. Like you didn't think that? Huh?
Abracadabra.
Okay. Oh shit. Take it off, take it off. Yes! All the wigs, all the work on the wigs and shit.
That's when.
Wait.
Poor fella. The whole time. We were both failing. And we were both boarding.
Okay.
The trick is where we would swap.
Cutter knew, but I told him it was too simple, too easy.
No. Simple maybe, but not easy. There's nothing easy about two men sharing one life.
Oh my god.
I don't understand how it can be pleasing again.
What about Olivia and her wife? We each loved one of them.
I knew! The twin loved her! Oh yes! That's the best!
Really?
Oh.
She sacrificed Robert. That's the price of a good trick. It takes nothing to steal another man's work. It takes everything. No, wait, I'm not.
So he's just the duplicator just keep.
It took courage. It took courage to climb into that machine.
Oh shit.
Not knowing if I'd be the man in the box. All the prestige, what it cost me. Look.
Uh-oh.
You went halfway around the world. You spent a fortune. You did terrible things. And all for nothing.
The world is simple. It's miserable. But if you could fool them, it was the look on their faces.
Every magic trick consists of 3 parts, or acts.
Oh,
magician
yeah,
shows
the
you something ordinary.
bird dying. They were like the birds.
Yeah.
You have to bring it back.
Yeah, and Angie did not understand that. He did not. None of his duplicates understood that. My hero. What murder? I guess he still technically killed his wife. But...
Yeah.
So was he with him from the start? Or when did he turn? What a beautiful shot. I can't even, like, I feel like I need to rewatch this because I can't even focus on, like, the cinematography or anything because I'm, like, trying to keep up.
It's one of those that's worth several rewatches.
You're not really looking. You don't really want to work it out. You want to be fooled.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Is there a sequel?
No,
I don't understand that last part.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. I still don't know.
Is it supposed to be like maybe if you didn't understand the duplicates?
I'm not sure.
Maybe you don't want.
I really haven't analyzed that. The last shot of him in the tank.
Okay, first of all, he didn't. That's just his brother.
Yeah.
So he did it just totally normal. Like
Yeah.
it was just
He's just his twin.
he just really hid his twin. He
Not
did
even hid him. They just disguised themselves.
But he didn't. They literally lived half of a life. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Just for magic.
Just for magic.
And that's why she said, some days you mean it, some days you don't, because sometimes it was him and sometimes it wasn't.
Yep.
So I guess you have like two different types of magicians. You almost have like a magician and then you have a wizard. But he wasn't a wizard because he didn't create it.
No.
Like Tesla was the
Tesla's
wizard.
the wizard.
But then why did he write down Tesla? Like he knew what was
I think
happening?
he knew that he would just go and try to do something. I don't know. Maybe he had figured out Tesla.
I
and,
know.
like,
That's
what
why I'm
Tesla
like,
could
when did
do,
he find out
and
about that?
That he wasn't willing to do that or whatever.
I know, because it's like fucking with nature, and there's a prestige too. Okay, so it's not supposed to be super clear.
Little more to be captured.
And so I was like, why wasn't he
The final
like?
deception is revealed to Angier's longtime associate Cutter. Cutter,
Tips
upset
off-
by the betrayal, tips off Borden. So that's when he switched.
Okay, yeah, I thought that.
Was when he realized he was still alive and was willing to let Borden die. After like.
So that so
when-
it's just showing that there are clones that are left. Because I was saying, like, he probably just drowns them.
Yeah.
He
and leaves
probably
all the boxes.
drowns them, leaves the bodies in there.
And he like Borden he murdered Angier in the end, but like Angier kept murdering himself.
I know exactly. That wasn't the real one.
Yeah.
Because the real one, it seemed like he at least would transport. That's what it seemed like.
Or,
but
yeah,
I
or,
don't.
like,
I mean,
their
I just. It's
consciousness up to
not
that
the
point
first one. It's definitely not the first one.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not the first version of him
No.
at all. Yeah, and that's so when he was with Sarah, like after his wife hung herself, he seemed so nonchalant. He seemed somber, but I was like,
With-
why is he?
When he was
with Olivia. I was like, why is he so nonchalant about Sarah? Like he obviously loved her. We saw real love, and that was because it was his twin.
Yep. And his twin loved.
Oh,
Olivia.
so there are theories.
Oh
There are
yeah. I'm
theories,
sure there are. I haven't read much about them.
I thought that maybe he did find Tesla first and just made one, and then like what I thought was it wasn't his brother, but it was a clone of himself, and he found Tesla first, or maybe Thomas Edison made it, and he just really like made a deal with that version and like really used, because he had more empathy than Angier, and just like worked with his one clone, never did it again, just made one clone of himself because he didn't confirm it was his brother.
Yeah, he had
But
been
it
pulling
also
it
makes
off
sense.
because Fallon had been around for a while,
But
so,
not,
like,
I mean, he still was a good magician before that.
yeah, and I think like he had that one trick and he was reserving it because he didn't want because he knew it would probably complicate his life, and it wasn't until like his family was in danger
So
and
then
like
he
he
just
had
took it,
been
like it was like,
injured
hey,
himself, and he was
twin.
just like, hey, okay, it's time for us to do this.
So without a natural twin, Angier could have cloned himself once, then performed the trick on. Yeah, exactly. That's why. However, that would mean he never could have framed Borden for murder. So he really was just.
And I also think he
Answer to
didn't
that.
think deeply enough
But
to
it's-
like he it was all about the showmanship, and he probably, there was probably some sort of like self-hatred in the way that he chose to kill himself over and over again, because that's how his wife died. So like maybe he wanted to suffer like she did.
I also thought that the Tesla machine never worked. It was never like clones. Like it was never Oh, wait. Yeah, why don't the clones have the same limp that he had? Is making the audience believe that a machine is capable of cloning another human actually exists. That I said that.
Yeah.
I said it could be a trick, that like the whole movie is a trick. And that is not a cloning machine.
Yeah.
And like there are so many theories I could think of, like they worked together. It's almost like those two worked together to show us this magic trick movie.
And the magician never reveals his tricks, so there
Yeah.
could be that thing, that answer that we'll never directly get from Nolan, but the
Right.
prestige at the end leaves us feeling like we figured it out.
I mean, I don't feel like I figured it
I-
out. But if you don't want to look further, this is how. And then maybe that's why, like, the version of him, he was like, "This feels wrong." That was the version that loved Sarah. You know, when he went up to her and she was just like, "Leave everything behind, don't."
Yeah.
And he like wouldn't even kiss her. He was like, "This feels really wrong."
And she was like, I told you, when you're with your family, you're with your family. When you're with me, you're with me. And like,
And I
leave
think
them at
maybe
home.
I figured it out a little quicker than most people, so I'm like trying to find a twist to my own theory.
Well,
but
yeah, because you were like, that looks like him. That's his
Yeah.
face. Those are his eyes.
And so that is really sweet, because twins are like almost twins have said that it's like they can feel each other and it's really intense. So even just the idea that he was apologizing
and
to
he said,
him.
like, I almost lost something very important. to me."
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
he
That's
was
his.
digging his brother up. Like, I think it
Yeah.
was like they had to be actual twins, and I want to believe that it was a cloning machine just because of that magical realism. Because I'm like, okay, well, how did he pull it off?
Oh, sorry. Really quickly. That was not. So it was just the last shot of him, I think, was revealing that that wasn't the real Angier. The real Angier
The one
died
that
the first time he pulled off.
Mm,
I think it was just showing maybe how many of him there were.
Yeah.
And like versions that he killed and drowned. And I think that's what it was saying.
yeah, and I also don't think. I think he had too big of an ego to keep that other guy in the loop. So if the machine was broken, like, how did he keep pulling the trick off? Because he pulled
Right,
it off
exactly.
enough to have a 100-day run.
Yeah, and he's not a good. So that I think that was showing that's
needed
100 lives that he created of
And destroyed.
himself and killed, but also the significance of it being in a tank and him drowning like his wife. I think that was also shame and guilt that he couldn't face, and he was just living it over and over because he didn't resolve that trauma.
And Michael Caine's character using that to like
The
comfort
drowning.
him after she died, to say
Yeah.
like it's like coming home.
Yeah.
And then when
I
he
lied.
realizes how horrible he
Mhm.
was, he was like, it's agony. So you've been like putting yourself and you've been distancing yourself enough, like you're willing to put anyone through agony,
Right.
and not blame yourself. Because I mean,
Yeah.
it was like Borden and I wonder, and that's probably why he said I don't know which knot I tied to, because it was like the twin. There were two of them.
Oh!
He was like, I don't know. I really don't know. Like,
He was doing that from the beginning?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's what, it's like the most obvious thing you think of with magicians is like, oh, they have a twin. But you don't think that's
and he told
actually
us, he was
true.
like, it's a double. And it
Oh
was
my
a double the
God.
entire time.
Wait, who told us that?
Michael Caine's character. He was like, he uses a double. And he was like, no, it's too simple. It's too simple.
Oh my God. And that was just really an actor that looked a lot like him. The Angier's actor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Angier couldn't pull it off, and that's why he was like, because you noticed when he was like, no one can do my trick, like no one can pull it off, no one can do my trick, because they didn't have a secret twin. Nobody had a secret twin.
It's so funny, and it just proves, there's that. I think there's a lot of empathy involved, and that it is a huge sacrifice that, and they did not. And that's why the other twin saying, I'm so sorry for Sarah. Like, they didn't consider that it would mess with her so much. And if he had just told her, that's messed up. He's not some like perfect hero.
And he even introduced, he was like, this is Fallon. Fallon's Fallon. Like, he did not
And
Tell
Fallon will protect you.
And
like,
he could have, it could have all just been
and also
avoided
messing
with
with his daughter's mind, because his daughter was hearing them fight and hearing every word. But so it is like, I do think his love is for magic, you know. But the fact that we have been looking at two twins alone, trying to understand that, is so crazy.
Yeah.
I lost something important to me. Yeah.
And when he said goodbye to his twin, like that was so
It was
much
genuine.
sadness. And
I know. That's why it's
love.
like, I think you do really love the work. You love magic and you love the tricks and stuff, but you also really, really love your woman, whoever it is, whoever falls in love with who.
Yeah.
But that's crazy that like the twin that loved Sarah remained faithful to her.
Yeah.
What murder? No, I'm very angry
Neither
with
one
him
of
for
them
not
cheated.
telling her.
Yeah, but he did keep secrets.
It's not, it's like he couldn't let go of being a magician in all aspects of his life. Like,
And he also, like, he refused to face his grief, too, because he kept staying obsessed with, like, the obsession took over, really, after Sarah died. And he had to figure out the trick, and that's what ended up getting him
and also,
killed.
one brother losing the fingers and then him cutting off the other. Like, that's so obsessed. Like, that obsession, you're right. Like, they're mirrors of each other, Ange and Borden.
But that's, that's representative of any performer that, like, makes it to the top of their field, really. Like,
Yeah.
there is an obsession.
Yeah.
Like, the greatest actors, like Daniel Day-Lewis, like, widely considered to be one of the greatest actors, like, he is obsessed to the point that he will live as Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
It's just, like, it's kind of ridiculous. And, like, how do you have relationships with that? And, like...
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, they couldn't really. Like, they
Right.
both lost who they loved. Olivia left him.
Yeah.
And Sarah died.
And they switched it so much, like they couldn't even just one lived as Fallon, one lived as Alfred. Like, one of them had to cuddle up to Olivia. One of them, like, that's how committed they were. So it's not as cut and dry as, like, there was still just weird betrayals going on within it. Borden successfully put her by being one half of the son. And it's so simple. It's like the easiest trick in the book.
Yeah, he's just a twin. An identical twin.
Yeah, and it's just also like, the transported man, the duplicator, is so eerie and scary and weird. Like that opening shot of all the hats, like on the. It's obviously supposed to be scary. Everyone wants to burn it. Like everyone with a conscience doesn't want anything to do with it because it's just so freaking weird. Even Tesla, and just being born to a twin, sometimes it's that simple, but he did have an obsession that went way too far.
It kind of reminds me of Fall of the House of Usher when Madeline said toward the end, she was just like, they craved us, they asked for us.
Yeah, the look on their faces.
And
that's what Ange said.
And that's how Tesla was. He was like, I'll make this machine for you, but I'm gonna tell you, like, it's not good.
Yeah,
it's evil. Like, I'm willing to do it because I need the money.
Like,
but also,
Oppenheimer too. And he has his own obsession with science and the way that magic and science were interchangeably used.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was even the duplicate being, the somber version of Angier being like, I've time traveled. I've gone forward in time and I don't like what I see, blah, 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 just like killing himself every single night, every single show, essentially.
It makes me think, like, what the best magicians, like, are there people that is there actual magic out there? Like are there people like David Blaine and Chris Angel who can pull off actual magic, and what are they giving up to do it?
Yeah, the sacrifice.
It's really interesting to think about because there are some things that we just can't explain, like hauntings and certain certain paranormal crap that doesn't make sense or that we just can't comprehend in our limited senses. There's more out there. Maybe it just it's kind of a theorizing on what else is out there and what's possible that we'll never be able to comprehend, like plumbing.
It's so true. I feel like the nuclear bomb to bring up Oppenheimer was something that probably shouldn't have gotten out at all, and even Oppenheimer admitted just like so much death and destruction, and it's a version of like a very dark magic. Because if we could go back in time even 100 years and tell people what that could do, it would be magic to them. And it's like, and Nolan he has so much flight. He has so much inspiration from science fiction, and like this felt almost science fiction because there was one of the main characters was exploring wizardry science. And I think that it's cool because when we think of magic, we think it's either like some, basic talent or like a little trick that you can get away with because you have a twin, just basic humanity stuff, or it's like scientific magic. And I feel like it's just such a cool movie, and you can't even trust what you see. That's why I was like, what are you talking about with the Olivia? Like, what? It was so jarring to me. I was like, okay, this is not who I thought. And Sarah said that too. She was just like, you are not what I thought. Like, tell me you love me. Because that poor woman had to sometimes have another man in her life who didn't love her.
Yeah.
And when he said, she means nothing. She means nothing. It's just you. Like, the only one who can get, he meant it, but it's just so like, come on. You couldn't have told her. Like, that's agonizing.
He was uniquely cruel to her. And I'm wondering like how the Borden that loved her, like what kind of fights between the brothers that started.
Yeah.
Too.
And where did the other one live?
I know.
Like in a box? Like that's how committed they were?
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
I freaking love this movie.
It's so good.
It was so fun watching it with you, having not watched it. And so, I can't lie. So it was really good when you were like, you asked me like, is that Borden? And I'm just like, no, it's not, because it wasn't him. I could confidently say no. But like listening to you figure it out was a really special treat. So
and I wasn't even like, I did not even think it would be a twin. Like that felt like the greatest trick of all, because it was just so simple. No, he just had a twin brother.
Do you remember the part where they were like, the truth is often simple and disappointing?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because he did that to Sarah at first with the
bullet catch.
She was like, oh, well, okay. Anyway, he's like, yeah. But also like that ending with him, with Angier just being like, no, it actually took way more courage and stuff, because it's true. Like he had to know. So when he fell with the lever after he was electrocuted or whatever, he had to know each time that he was gonna die. He was gonna drown.
And he said, he was like, I didn't know if I was gonna be the one in the box.
And that's so like, and that's true, because I kind of agree with that, because Fallon, Alfred, whatever, saying you don't know what sacrifice is like I don't think that's true at all, because it does. And you could see it in his face. He was like, his eyes were closed and he was breathing. And I think that's scary as shit. And I don't think he's just purely evil at all. Like, I think he was, like you said, had unresolved trauma of his wife dying.
And a lack of responsibility.
But almost like putting himself through it over and over and over to feel that. And it's like it's so creepy. It's so weird.
Yeah.
And also, oh God, he knew. So that does mean one of them made a mistake, or one of them did a knot that was okay. Okay. Wow.
Yep.
But he meant it when he said, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
And I think the one that he was asking, he was like, I don't know.
Yeah, was the one who literally didn't know.
Yeah.
And he felt crazy too. Like they were tricking each other. Like he was like, how can you not know?
Because I think he would have told him, because he was like, okay, maybe he won't shoot me if I actually knew, but I don't.
Yeah.
Sorry,
it's
dude.
almost like they were performing for each other. Like they really were just trying to trick each other.
Yeah.
And it was like a weird love story of them trying to like grow and best each other.
It's like a Shakespearean tragedy.
Because would Borden have really committed to the twin thing if he didn't have that rival. Like, maybe his wife would have survived if he didn't have that crazy rivalry going on. Like,
I mean, a lot of people, yeah, I think it would have prevented a lot if they would have just left it be.
Crazy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, Light. That was a wild movie.
I'm so glad you liked it.
It was so good. Thank you so much to all the other Tier 4 patrons, John G. Robinson and Music Lover, for producing the video. And thank you to all the channel members and patrons for watching along with us.
Yes.
And
you all are wonderful. We appreciate you endlessly. If you like the video, like it. If you want to subscribe, do so. If you want to see unedited reactions where you hear all of our thoughts and everything in between, you can do that over on the Patreon or on the channel membership. And drink some water, take care of one another, be kind, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.